Breaking right now. President Trump says he will posthumously award Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He doesn't know exactly when this will happen, but Trump says, and I'm quoting now, "I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd," end quote. Senator James Lankford, Republican from Oklahoma, joining me now. Senator, I want your take on Israel in just a moment, but first, I want to get your take on the Democrats shouting down the moment of silence for Charlie Kirk last night. Watch this, please. Senator, I don't know who did the shouting down, but I don't like the look of it. What's your response, please?
Yeah, the challenge of this is there's a lot of raw emotions. Elected officials are also human beings as well. They were dealing with the exact same shock the rest of the country was dealing with, except they were in a combined room with people that they knew they disagreed with and people that deeply hated Charlie Kirk. And so there's a lot of back and forth on this, just of the raw emotions. My encouragement is for leaders to act like leaders and be able to be good role models for the country, but to also be able to express genuinely the frustration of what we've become as a country. We've had 2 attempts on President Trump's life. Just the past year, we had the governor of Pennsylvania, his house was burned. We've had legislators in Minnesota that had a home invasion and were murdered in their homes. Now the assassination of Charlie Kirk and so many others that are out there. I think there's a desperation for people to say, stop going down the rabbit hole of social media crazy, and let's bring the volume down. They'll let us talk to each other again.
Yes, sir. Mr. Senator, President Trump had a heated call with Netanyahu over the IDF strikes in Qatar. Is Israel now going it alone to finish off Hamas for this before the second anniversary, October 7th?
Yeah, they're not going it alone, but this was an area where they did go it alone. They did not inform the United States in a timely manner on this to have us engage on this. Israel's been very clear for decades that if you attack Israel and Israelis, we will find you anywhere in the world and go after you. They've been very clear with that for a long time, but literally going after folks in Qatar, right next to an American air base and all the dynamics that are there. We just need to be able to have some heads up on it and to have other ways to be more discreet in how they're actually trying to go after the people that attacked them October the 7th when they're in foreign countries.
Senator, John Thune says there is an intensified interest in passing legislation for new sanctions on Russia. Something has to happen soon, doesn't it? Because Putin just keeps on prodding at us.
Yeah, he does. Actually, Putin's been very committed to killing his neighbors next door and taking over their country. This has been something that many of us have talked about now for years, that Putin is obsessed with putting the Soviet Union back together again. They're going to do whatever they can to be able to attack the people around them to be able to do this. So he's not stopping. So the first things first, we put tariffs out on India. We expect Europe, for instance, to be able to participate with us on this. Europe is hesitating. But quite frankly, India right now is helping fund the war in Ukraine by buying Russian oil there. We need our ally India to also look at the humanity of the people in Ukraine and stop facilitating their death. So we put sanctions there. We expect Europe to be able to do that. When Europe will do that, that'll make a big difference. Then we can actually move to the sanctions rather than just tariffs on it, and to be able to keep moving, putting the pressure on Putin.
Senator, it seems that all over the world there is a sense of instability, that there is anxiety. You picking up on that as well?
I am, actually, and it's very concerning on this, and it's actually something that people like Putin can use, that instability to continue to just stir the pot with social media bots and everything else that they can do just to continue to divide. That's why I say so much. People have got to be able to put down devices, and they've got to actually start talking to each other and not believe everything they read on the internet, on social media. Indeed. Those algorithms are meant to hold you, not to actually give you community.
Senator, it is always a pleasure to have you on our program. We hope you can come again soon. This is a very important day. Thank you, Senator.
It is.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.